guys, welcome back to my channel, Literallyg. Thank you so much for joining me in for another video. This video is probably the most exciting video for me to record because I love Christmas. I'm gonna just show you all my Christmas decor, all 5 of my Christmas trees. I might have 2 more coming, but I didn't want to hold back on recording this video, so I'm gonna go ahead and share that. Please let me know which tree is your favorite, and I'm probably gonna walk through every single tree and tell you each tree is my favorite. But before I go ahead and do that, I'm gonna show you how to make your own wreath. Okay, so about a week ago I made a wreath, and so many of you wanted to know how I made the wreath. I know wreaths out there are so expensive, and some of them are not really your type. So I'm gonna go ahead and show you how you could seamlessly save money and make a gorgeous wreath for yourself without spending loads of money, and show you the rest of my decor. So if you haven't subscribed to my channel, please subscribe, leave me a comment, leave me a like, and I will see you in my next video. Now on to how to make a wreath. Okay, so now as I mentioned before in my Instagram stories, I made this wreath on my own. So I had the basic wreath such as this one. Well, this one is frosted, but I got this one, just a simple wreath. It didn't have anything on it. It was pre-lit, so that was handy. So you could get simple wreaths that are just pre-lit, and you could add on other stuff on it. So I added roses, I added bubbles, I added these cherries. So what I did was I ordered from Amazon these cherries and roses and other things, such as what I'm going to show you right now. So I ordered these cranberries, which I am going to be needing for the wreath that I'm going to make with you. So just to give you an example, you could either get the bow ties as well. It's totally up to you what you want to use, what you want your wreath to look like. You could have baubles. Any of these baubles could be used. Either they could be glued on, but I'm going to show you an easier way for what I do, and which always works for me. But easily you could get it glued on, or you could get these wires that are very bendy, and then you could tie them onto the wreath, whatever makes you comfortable. And for example, if you have any of the cherries and they're not the color that you want to have them in, you could always spray paint them. And yeah, so let's make another wreath. Okay, so now this is the wreath that we're gonna work with. The only thing that it came on with was the pine cones, and it is pre-lit. I don't have the batteries in them yet, but I'm gonna put them as soon as we're done. And I got it from Argos. It costed about £24. And now we're gonna add many more things to make it look pretty. And then in order to do that, so from Amazon, I ordered these cranberries and the pearl type things. I don't have a technical term for it. Maybe Sheila is sitting here in the corner. Maybe she could tell me, Shields. Me tell you? Yes. What are these ones now? So what are these? Are these cranberries? And
they could be cranberries or winter fruits.
Okay, so these could be winter fruits, guys. So any winter fruits, it could be cherries, anything that you want on your wreath, any color. So I'm working with white and red because that's the kind of theme that I'm working with. And then I have extra baubles, whatever I feel like. I'm gonna kind of go in there and I'm gonna add these baubles. Now these baubles, you could either glue them on, or I'm gonna show you an easier way of doing them. And the only colors that I'm going to use from these is probably gold and white. So let's get to it. So we're ready to make a wreath. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to place the biggest thing that are going to go on the wreath, such as these cherries, and then I'll place my baubles afterwards. Okay, and the first thing I'm going to do is get the cherries on. What I'm going to do is I'm going to take my cherry, because these wires are really bendy, so I'm going to tie it around one of these stems. And then next I'm going to work with this pearl branch. And I'm going to find, because I've got so many, I just need to place them evenly. So I will put this one right above the cranberry, and then just make sure it's tight. So do it, maybe knot it around twice, and make sure, because these edges are sharp, just ouch. I'm telling you, well, I'm hurting my own hands. What you could do, you could always fold the branch over, because you're not going to really see that. So I'm going to carry on doing this process till my wreath is covered in a circle. So as you can see, I've got baubles. Some of them have this attachment to it, some of them don't. So even if you don't have an attachment, it's totally fine. What you could do, it depends where you want to put the baubles, right? So I would suggest you just kind of figure out where you're going to place the baubles and then fasten them afterwards. So let me see what are the baubles that I'm working with. I think I'm only going to work with gold baubles, and Sheila, bring the camera here. And I'm just gonna go in what's left over. So this is what I do, right? Anything that's left over, you could easily make that into your wreath, or if you have a garland, similar way. So as you can see, I'm figuring this out as I go along. So yeah, I think that should be good. Similar size.
Yes, that's
and then
good.
I wouldn't want to put the white one. I think this should be enough. I don't want my wreath to be looking crazy. Now, another thing that you could add is things such as this as well. I think it adds on to it, but it depends what kind of wreath you're going for. I think once you make one wreath, you'll figure out how to do it. It's really not that difficult. And some people like adding bow ties in it. It depends what you have and how you want your wreath to look. For me, I think this should be plenty. Right, Shields?
Yeah.
What do you think? Do you think it's
Yes,
even?
you don't want to overdo it.
Yeah, you don't want to overdo it, and sometimes your door can't really take it. So, yeah, so you don't want to overdo it, right? Because it's going to go on your door, and you want it to look classy, guys. Okay, so I've kind of placed all my baubles, and I kind of know what I'm going to go ahead and put on there. So I'm going to show you how to fasten the baubles. So for example, this is how you attach a bauble to your wreath. So see this mouth? You kind of stick this in there and make sure it goes all the way as much as it could go. And that's it really. And make sure it kind of sits, it looks like it's part of the wreath, it's not sticking out. There we go. So that's what we got there. Now I'm gonna work evenly around. So I will take the next bauble, take the attachment off, and as you're making this, you'll kind of figure out where to place it. Now we're gonna take third bauble, how is it looking?
Mm-hmm.
Okay, and then we're just gonna go in a circle because I think I have enough of these. It should be fine. Make sure you insert all the way. So while you stick it on your door, it's not coming off. Again, you have another option of gluing it, but I reuse my wreath every year for different type of themes. So that's why I don't recommend gluing stuff. You could again buy these wires that they sell on Amazon or eBay. And yeah. Take the attachment, go in circles. So I'm gonna go ahead and finish rest of the wreath in circles, and I'll come back when it's finished. Okay guys, my wreath is all done. I think it looks pretty darn good. So as I was showing you before, so I've added these small baubles around, and also I've added these stars right in there. So the way I'm holding the stars in my wreath is I've just taken the wire and folded it over twice so it's fully secure. And I think it looks pretty darn good. I'm gonna put the batteries in here now, and I think it's ready to hang on my door. We have two gorgeous wreaths. This one is, you'll see soon, it's gonna go on next to my main tree, and this is gonna go on my door. I hope you guys enjoyed learning how to make your own wreath. I would love for you guys to make your own wreath and tag me on Instagram. And if you have any other cool ideas how you make your own wreath, please leave a message below. I would love to hear all about them. Yes, now I'm going to show you my trees. Okay, let's go into the kitchen. So I've got 2 trees in here, and I love waking up to this in the morning. Obviously, first thing in the morning, we come down in the kitchen and it kind of sets the mood. So it definitely gets us in the festive spirit. And I've got my Santa that goes with my kitchen theme. I think I got this one from the range a couple of years back, if I'm not mistaken. And I've got my little nutcracker, which also I got from the range a couple of years ago. It kind of goes with the whole kitchen gray white vibes. And I've got a little white star on there. And a little copper Christmas candle holder. Need to focus. So, of course, I've got my little copper globe that says, oh, I need to turn that around. Ooh. Joy, love, peace. And these are my faux flowers that I got from Amazon for probably around 20 pounds, if I'm not mistaken. Kitchen. And let me show you, this is my favorite area. I know I mentioned this before, but this area is definitely my favorite in the kitchen because it overlooks the garden. And here I've got my cushions. I normally bring these cushions out for Christmas because they're very metallic and very festive-y. And festive is the term. And then we have penguins. And then I've got my candles. Another penguin. Yeah. And then we have, it has to be one of my favorite trees in the house because I just love how white and copper pops. And these decorations again are from last year. I didn't really buy anything new because I just wanted to utilize. I had so many decorations. And these birdies are my favorite. I think I got them from M&S, and these apples and pears are from House of Fraser, and this pineapple is from M&S, which I got a couple of years ago. So if you guys are looking for cute decorations, definitely check out House of Fraser and M&S. And we are setting the mood with some snowfall. And, oh, nearly forgot. So this is my bar area. And these candles, to be honest, I never burned them, but they look so cute. That's why I never want to use them. And then we have a little globe in the middle. Yes. How gorgeous. And I need to stock up my fridge for the parties that are coming up. So the second tree is in our entryway, and behind the doors, so we tried to have a snowy effect last year on my doors, and since then nobody has cleaned these doors, so I might need to get more snow spray and spray these doors. And all our guests who ever come around, they put their names on there. Yeah, so I think I need to fix this situation. But here is my hallway tree. Okay, the funniest story about this tree is, this tree was supposed to be our main tree because we threw our main tree out. But when this arrived, it was so tiny because our living room is a huge space and this is only 6 foot. I thought for some reason that we only need a 6 foot tree, but then we needed a 7 foot tree, and Bobby was laughing at me when I opened it and I set it up in the living room. He's like, what is this? And he was really upset that I threw out last year's tree because he was still very happy with it, but it was tithering away, so I had to throw it out. Anyways, yeah, so these decorations, again, I've had them for about 2 years now, and I wanted to utilize them, and they went perfectly fine. Again, I didn't want to fill up the tree like I normally do, and I wanted to keep it very elegant. I've got my little angel on here. And I believe this is one my sister gave me a couple of years back. And this bauble is so gorgeous. I spray painted my star because I needed a red star and I had a copper one, and I just bought the spray, which is less than actually buying a star. And that's another thing that you could do if you have a star at home and you really don't want to spend more money, and you could just go buy spray and spray it, and it worked out perfectly fine. The only thing is lacking is a light in there. What I might do, I might get those coppery wire lights and wrap it around, and I think that should be fine. How gorgeous is the tree? And then we have a reindeer and Santa. Totally matching the vibe. Love it. Let me know if you want to know where I got these roses from. I could always put the link below. Here we have the stairs. I wanted to keep them very, very simple. So I kind of wrapped this garland that I've had for a couple of years, and I added some baubles. Originally, I wanted to do maroon baubles like I have on my tree, but I ran out and I just used up the white baubles that I had. And okay, now let's go into the front room. And this is apparently Jagir's favorite tree. So this tree was actually last year over there. But since we have another one here, we brought this one here. And again, I've got my white gold baubles on here. I'm kind of trying to show you without the light on in here to show you how gorgeous this looks. And I had Christmas cushions and I thought they would go nicely on here, but they kind of really don't work, so I've kind of just put them in the corner. So I wasn't sure if I wanted to put the tree. Ideally, I would have loved the tree there, but then this chair, I didn't really know where to put it, and then it would have been really nice because now we're starting to use our fire in here. It's a real fire, and but then the tree just wouldn't fit in, and then I've got these stools. So this room is a little bit overcrowded, but I don't really know where to put these items and I don't want to throw them out. So for the time being, they're in here. And this TV never used to be in here, but we brought it back in here and I think it looks really, really nice. Yeah. And now I'm going to show you the tree with the lights on. It looks so cozy. Last night, Bobby started the fire and we just sat here and watched a movie. It was so cozy. And now let me turn the lights on and show you the room. Yeah. And I was arguing with Bobby to get rid of this. So these are his old decks and he's into everything classic cars, classic speakers. So I don't know. I think we're just gonna have to settle on this and leave it here for now. But yeah, I think it looks so gorgeous. And the cushions kind of work too, don't they? So this tree is from Robert Dias, which I got last year. It was on a sale. And to be honest, I don't know how long it's going to last, because if I show you the quality of the tree, it is kind of tethering away. I'm not sure if we didn't pack it right last year, but this year when I was trying to add on bubbles and things, it was a bit flimsy. So I'm not sure about the quality of it, but it looks pretty. Bobby usually wakes up before me and Jagir, so he loves coming and sitting in here and watching his TV, which we normally don't let him watch when we're watching TV because he watches the most boring TV shows. Now I'm going to show you my living room. So this is a good view, right? Now let's go on to the living room. Let me start off with my stockings. So this idea, it came up with a couple of years ago, and because our fireplace is not really designed to hang the stockings, and I thought, why can't we just hang off the lights? And yeah, let me go close. And just to give you a quick hint, so obviously the roses on the stockings kind of tie into my theme on my tree, which you're going to see in about 2 seconds. But I thought it was a cool idea to have the lights that we're not utilizing and kind of wrap them around and put my stockings on there. These candles I spray painted. So if you've seen my fall decor, you've probably seen that these were orange to go with the fall decor, and I colored them. And this little flower bowl, I normally put flowers in here, but this is kind of working as my candle holder. It fits in just perfect. And we'll be lighting these candles for our Christmas dinner. Now on to the main tree. So I wanted to keep this year's theme very elegant. So I got these roses from Amazon. I'll put the link below. Okay, so the ornaments on this tree are so meaningful. For example, that was our first Christmas together in London in our first home, and I got this. It says Bobby and Guggen. And that one right there was Jagir's first Christmas. That was all actually on his birthday, and this was his very first Christmas in Canada. And that was when my mom and dad were over, and that was my baby on his first birthday, and rest of the ornaments have been just accumulated over the years. This angel is definitely one of my favorite ornaments ever. Yeah. And this one, again, I think we had 2 ornaments in the first year. I'm gonna go back to this little Christmas market that we have in the town, and I'm gonna get some more ornaments for this year. Well, the same ornament, hopefully the same people will be there, and we could have another one for this year, add to our collection. Very twinkly. I normally like to hang a wreath right next to my tree because there's kind of an empty spot, because those paintings are over there, and when I put my tree up there's kind of a gap, so I thought it'd be a good idea to hang one of the wreaths there. Yeah, I'm very pleased with this. And my star that I've always had. This is a globe my sister gave us a couple of years ago, and yeah, so I kind of put it right next to the tree. I think it goes so, yeah, love it. And let me show you my Santa. Okay, how cute is he? Jagir always comes and talks to him. It's so cute. And so I had a basic garland that I got from Amazon. I wanted to match my tree, so I added my roses. And all these globes have been accumulated over the years. And there's us. I'm so happy that it all tied in together. And back to the cushions. Again, on that sofa over there, I had blue cushions with the golden plaque to it, but I didn't bring them out because I thought that was too much. I brought my cushions that I've had. I think I got them from online or from Wayfair, if I'm not mistaken. If you need to know any of these items where I got them from, just drop me a message and I shall let you know. So we definitely love this tree. But you guys let me know, what do you guys think of my roses tree? Is it too much? Is it something that you would want to do? And if you have any questions, and also leave me a message below, which tree is your favorite tree, and like, subscribe, and comment please if you like the video, if you would like to see more of these videos. I can't wait to share my next video with you guys next week. Till then, bye bye, love ya.